Hello and welcome to another edition of We Stream, the official reaction channel of epic rap battles of history. Today, it marks the 1-year anniversary since I reacted to Epic Rap Battles Joker vs. Pennywise, November 23rd, 2019. And that was the video that started to put this channel on the map, thanks in no small part to a comment left by Epic Rap Battles themselves, challenging to get this channel to at least 5,000 subscribers by the next Epic Rap Battle, and we were at 10,000 by the time Oppenheimer vs. Thanos dropped, and it's all been history from there. At the time this video released 1 year ago, we had just barely broken 1,000 subscribers. We were crawling our way up. We weren't quite at 2,000 yet. This is now still the most viewed video on my channel, and there's a lot of questions people ask me about the channel on a daily basis, and I figured this video will answer a lot of those questions by me reacting and talking about certain things that happen. So buckle up, hold on to your butt stuff, and let's walk down memory lane as I react to me reacting to Joker versus Pennywise. This might be a long one. Don't forget, if you like this content and you're watching a weird meta video like this, drop a comment below, tell me what you think, like the video, and subscribe, and that's the plug. Here we go. Hello and welcome to another edition of We Stream! So it has finally happened! Epic Rap Battles of History has released their Joker vs. Pennywise. At the time, I was not claiming to be the official reaction channel of Epic Rap Battles of History just yet. They hadn't acknowledged that your boy exists yet. Just move this cord somewhere else. Anyway, titling it The Joker vs. Pennywise. Oh yeah, they call it The Joker vs. Pennywise. I thought that was weird, and I guess I decided to make mention of that. They had released the audio early. I'm not about to react to the audio without the video. Come on now. It's a little later than they had originally said when they leaked the audio on YouTube, but here we are. I made sure I didn't listen to the audio. A lot of you asked me to react to the audio. I was like, no, we're waiting for the video. And now we are at the third Joker versus Pennywise. Now, a couple things you can notice about the setup. Different monitor. That monitor used to fall down all the time every time I got animated. I still have the same speakers, studio monitors. That lamp is somewhere on the floor because I can never find the right place to put it on my desk. The guitars are over there. I think they're out of frame, but they're hanging on the wall now. This is obviously different color scheme to make it look nicer. We're decorated for Christmas already. This year we're a bit early because 2020's been a year, so we're decorating early. Screw off. And then the mask. The mask might be... Well, the headphones are technically different. Those are my old headphones. These ones I put the little red guys on. And the microphone that I'm using is the one that you see in that coffee cup on top of the speaker. Rest in peace, microphone. You served me well until you finally broke. Anyway, so there's some differences. The keyboard that you see is over there. And the old mask, it's up above me. Hello, old mask. That thing was extraordinarily uncomfortable as the original Skeem mask. It was already cracked by the time I filmed this video, so you could sometimes see that there's a crack under my chin. It didn't fit properly, but we did what we did. At the time, the idea of spending like $7 on a new mask was outrageous to me because the channel wasn't bringing in money, so we were just dealing with it. This reaction that I've done in the last week or so. Oh yeah, there were a lot of people releasing Joker versus Pennywise reactions, and there was a lot of old ones, and people kept requesting me react to all of them. But before we get into this reaction, I am a musician if you are new to the channel. I make my own content. You should check some of that out.
Show more personality than phony MCs easily.
Now this song's called The Art. It's a really good song to plug, but this portion of the plug is like a dull part of the song because I've been plugging this song so many times. I was like, what part should I show? And if I was to plug it today, I'd show a different part of it than this.
I'm filling my face with plastic, but I'm more real than your bombastic antics.
It's still a good song. If you notice my Crips Cookout Cypher, I did kind of a call out to that bar there and twisted it a little.
My Halloween cactus compared to your slapstick seems like standard practice. The mask you wear is more tragic.
And that's the plug. See? I still said and that's the plug even back then, just not with as much gusto. That's been on this channel for a hot minute, that phrase. So we're gonna get right into this, do some bar breakdown, have a few laughs. Let's go. Same mouse that I'm using, different keyboard. This is getting real meta.
The joke.
Alright, so our Joker style. This is the yellow gloved, yellow tie, it looks like, green suit, well, green vest or shirt and purple jacket. I think this is kind of more of the comic book Joker. The reason I'm analyzing which Joker they're doing so much, it has much more to do with the fact I've reacted to so many Joker versus Pennywise videos leading into this, and they'd all use different Jokers, like Mark Hamill's Joker or Heath Ledger's Joker. So it'd become a thing I'd started to look for of which Joker are you going to do? Just design-wise. I don't know character reference-wise if they're going to be specific to a Joker, or voice-wise if they're going to be specific. But when I look at this looks like comic book Joker, which would be most famously known as the Joker as portrayed by Mark Hamill. Alright, and your Pennywise is from the It movies that have come out in the last couple years. Not the Tim Curry It from the 90s made for TV. Shout out to Tim Curry, though. None of these have used Tim Curry's It. F in the chat or F in the comments for Tim Curry getting no love for his portrayal of It in any of these Pennywise vs. Joker movies. No one's showing Tim Curry any love. See? But of course, Tim Curry was really the only good thing about that old 90s made for TV movie anyway, so facts. So I could kind of see why people try to just forget that that ever happened. Here we go.
In my first appearance, the bat was supposed to slay me, but I can't be killed. That's why they cast a phoenix to blame me.
Can we just... I think we paused at the same time. We did. You can see the little pause logo. That's, your boy's consistent with his pauses, but I got to just say, I'm sure I'm going to do my own breakdown, but can we appreciate again how good Nice Peter's Joker was? I think the Nice Peter as the Joker is one of the best impersonations that Nice Peter ever did in all of Epic Rap Battles. Okay, we're starting right away, so let me back that up. So I'll show you what he just said there.
In my first appearance, the bat was supposed to slay me, but I can't be killed. That's why they cast a phoenix to blame me.
So that's an epic opening bar. This is definitely just whatever Joker that they want it to be, because he talks about his first appearance. We're going to the Batman way back when, first time the Joker appeared, which I believe is actually in Batman issue 1. And he's saying the bat was supposed to slay me. That's why they cast a phoenix to play me. So originally the Joker was planned to be killed off by Batman in his first comic book appearance. It's a pretty well-known thing. Well, at least in my circles, that's a pretty well-known thing. My circles being dorks. And then a phoenix is a type of bird that in, like, mythology always resurrects if you kill it. You really can't kill a phoenix. And then that's a play on Joaquin Phoenix. So he's saying they had, you know, a phoenix play me because I can't be killed. That's a really cool way to start things. It is still a dope opening bar. Let's not even front. He's off.
I'm the Harlequin of hate, the clown prince of crime.
In case you don't know, Harlequin means something besides the Joker's girlfriend. We're not going to get into that right now. Yeah, it's a double for the name of the thing and the girlfriend. Don't worry about it.
Your sewer troll that Stephen King wrote between his lines.
Sewer troll that Stephen King wrote between his lines. That's, I'm assuming a cocaine reference, because it's absolutely a cocaine reference. You know, Stephen King, he gets down.
It's like cocaine. You know what I said.
I forgot that he does. God. Oh, this is interesting. I think that's my. All right, that was awesome. We're gonna let that play through to the actual punchline. Hold on. You gotta. One thing I didn't talk about a lot throughout this on my original reaction are all the visual gags they did, because that mask was even harder to see out of than this one. But the comic book styling they did, the little hee-hees, the blocks, it was so well done. I talk about it like once or twice, but it cannot be overstated how well done the visuals and everything. This is still, for me, undisputably the best epic rap battle that ever existed.
Hate, the clown prince of crime.
And it's so long. And it's just two characters. They didn't bring in any other characters. They kept it to two characters, and it just goes. And, oh, it's got bars for days.
Sewer troll that Stephen King wrote between his lines. It's like cocaine. You know what I said.
I haven't addressed this yet. Vocally, he definitely has that Mark Hamill vibe, which I appreciate. But I love in any diss track, whether it's trying to be comical or not, when someone like explains their bar. And this would end up being a foreshadowing of what I would do in my own We Skeem versus We Stream matchup, in which We Stream pauses the battle to explain his own bars, which, oddly enough, ended up being one of the most popular things that happened in that entire battle against myself. So I guess I'm not the only one that enjoys that type of humor in a rap battle. In a sarcastic manner. Like, yeah, that's what my bar means, so just in case you missed it, I like that.
I don't know how any kind of joke could ever go over that head. They all float, sis.
Alright, so we have a... Man, this is so bar heavy. I'm sorry I'm pausing so much, but I don't want to... Man, back when I still apologize for pausing. I'm pausing even more in this, pausing on the pauses with pauses and pauses, and if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. That's how we've evolved. That's called character development, kids. We pause. No apologies. No apologies. Let any of this slide, because this is really good. So he's, saying it has a huge head, so how could a bar go over your head right after he just mansplained a bar? So some people got so mad that I just said mansplained a bar. It was so fun triggering people. I could have just said explained a bar, but I said mansplain because it's just such a sarcastic and duh way to explain something, which is kind of like what mansplaining is. And I also did it because I was like, I bet some people will get annoyed at that. And even though I was a little more subtle about the ways I tried to piss people off back then, I still was deliberate with it. So he's saying, well, I don't know how it could have gone over your head anyway. Your head's so freaking enormous and dumb.
What I said, I don't know how any kind of joke could ever go over that head. They all float, says the quote, but your films, they all sink.
I don't know the accuracy of that one. The bar, they all float, but your films sink. His first made-for-TV thing, for a made-for-TV movie, actually did super well. Oh yeah, that's also the old chair that's still in my garage and awaiting trial and execution for almost ruining my back once we had to start lockdown and I was in the chair all day. And the other two It movies have done super well, so I only pointed out the chair because I heard it creak, because that chair was always creaking. The bar, but I don't think it's accurate.
Oh, and as far as Mr. King goes, I'm a shining man.
Alright, I've got to pause this pause. This is one that... Well, let me do my explanation. They'll tell you about the comments regarding this that have always been like, what? Alright, so he's just taking a jab, saying I don't like it, I like The Shining, so as far as King goes, I'm more of a Shining guy. Wink, wink, just a little jab. Now, a lot of people on that were like, well, no, it's about Jack Nicholson, who also played, what's-his-face in The Shining, and he also played the Joker in the 1980s Batman. And I was like, no. Yes, you could make that reference, but that wouldn't be an insult at that point. Like, sometimes I think people in the comments think if there's a reference, that's the bar that's supposed to be insulting. No, you're just adding a layer of depth to the bar, but typically when I'm explaining a bar, I'm usually explaining either the secondary meanings or the meanings that make it insulting to the other person. I'm not going to explain like the more obvious meanings or every reference that a bar might be making. There's just no real point to that. You could just look that up on a Wikipedia page or something. I like to do the things that are entertaining and kind of explain it in like a rap battle sort of setting. So when people were like, well, no, that's about Jack Nicholson, I'm like, no, that would be kind of a self-burn. If he says I'm more of a Shining man, he'd be saying he prefers Jack Nicholson in The Shining than Jack Nicholson as the Joker, which doesn't make any sense. That wouldn't be used as an insult. And the only extra layer to this that I didn't talk about that could be there is Stephen King didn't like The Shining movie very much. And so the Joker could be getting at Stephen King element of it here, which is what I talked about in the damn video. Saying that, I like The Shining movie better. Wink, wink. Even though Stephen King hated that movie, and so that would trigger a Stephen King character. So anyway, the comments on this saying that the point of that bar was because Jack Nicholson played both those characters doesn't make any sense. That wouldn't be an insult. That would be a self-burn on the Joker if that's what that meant. So stop it. Let me do this. You're not good at it, audience members.
I made The Justice League look like just a bunch of super schlubs. You lost to a herd of nerds who call
I do like how they had the Justice League people there. I think I might rewind and pause on that in this video. I don't remember.
themselves a losers club.
Alright, so now he's flexing on who's the better supervillain. The Joker's taken down the Justice League before, which is pretty impressive, and he's saying, you got beat by a bunch of kids who call themselves the Losers Club, so, what you doing?
You'll be gobbled up in Gotham, so stick to your small town where you're renowned. See if it's brown, flush it down, clown.
Shit clown. Shit clown! Still a very entertaining little poop joke.
Are you joking?
Okay, let me lead into Pennywise. Joker came out with some heat. There was a couple bars that I didn't love, but man, there was some depth to that. Let's see what Pennywise does.
You're renowned. See if it's brown, flush it down, clown. Are you joking?
I love the voice already, though, by the way. It's... And Epic Lloyd as Pennywise. Like, they both just nailed this so much. Oh my god. Good job.
You wanna rap? Rap.
I'm loving the vocals of this. Just that bar was such a Pennywise thing to do. Just like not even caring about what's going on. Just more interested in being demented and scary than making a point. I love that bar, even though it's not really a bar. I just love what they did there.
You wanna rap? Rap. Why so serious? You're supposed to be the man who laughs.
Let me just go ahead and explain something here again. I got so many comments saying, hey, he said, why so serious? Because that was Heath Ledger's line. And I was like, yeah. You know how many bars I don't explain in this during this breakdown? Why would that be a bar that needs explaining? If you need someone to explain to you that he said, why so serious? Before you're supposed to be the man who laughs? Boy, stop. Stop. Of course that was the Joker's line from The Dark Knight. Duh. And then the man who laughs, I think, is the bar I end up explaining, which is the bar that most people probably wouldn't actually know. But dumb people be dumb.
But those jokes are like your new movie. Mostly really sad.
Alright, so dissing on the new Joker movie, that's just really sad, and it is. Right now, the voice, I'm still not over it. Like, yeah, the other voice is a pretty good Mark Hamill, but... Or maybe I don't explain the man who laughs bar. I thought I did for some reason. I remembered myself explaining that. Maybe I did and I cut it out, because I did edit a lot from this video. We'll talk about some of the stuff I edited closer to the end. I feel like Pennywise is using the Pennywise more deliberately in how he's delivering the bars, and it's paying dividends. It works really well.
You're supposed to be the man who laughs, but those jokes are like your new movie. Mostly really sad. You're John Doe with my deadlights, and you're about to fall from a new height.
Alright, so deadlights is the little lights inside of its mouth that kills you. You're John Doe in my deadlights, so in other words, you know, the Joker usually isn't defined, so you're just a nothingness that dies in my deadlights. Alright, anyway, I guess I'm gonna go back to The Man Who Laughs. That's like a book or a short story that the Joker was, I think, kind of inspired by the character of the Joker. But another bar that people complained about on this reaction for some reason, they said, no, the John Doe is about being like a doe, like a deer in headlights. And I'm like, no, you could take it that way, but that's not the primary reason. They use John Doe specifically because that's like, the Joker's actual name's not known, so he's a John Doe, and yes, the doe is a doubled for like a deer in the headlights, but that's the direct part of the bar. Deer in the headlights is the obvious part of the bar. Again, I'm trying to break down the less obvious parts of the bar, but comments be stupid, especially on this video, because so many random people watched it, or didn't watch it and wrote a comment and just, basically calling the Joker nobody.
Cause you're weak and you've lost every fight. Good night who wears underwear over his tie.
So now just, you know, turning back the whole I beat the Justice League, he's kind of bringing that back. If you want to talk about who beat you, you get beaten by some dude who's in a Halloween costume with underwear over it.
You're about to fall from a new height. Cause you're weak and you've lost every fight. Good night who wears underwear over his ties. Hot nightmares and I'm ruthless. This battle's like poker, the Joker is useless.
Ooh. I still love that bar. Battles like poker, the Joker is useless. So, you know, if you're playing poker, if you have a deck that has Jokers in it, you take those cards out because they're useless. It's not part of poker. I like it.
When he's not in your cards, call me Arkham Asylum. I'm crazy with bars.
Crazy with bars. Do I explain that? I'm sure I do, but I'm going to explain it anyway because I love that. Because Arkham Asylum is an insane asylum. He's crazy with bars. Arkham Asylum has crazy people and they have bars. It's dope. Let's see if I explain it or if I edited that out. That's some cool CG, right? They did a pretty good job mimicking the open mouth deadlights and everything. And then, you know, Arkham Asylum, crazy with bars. I'm just going to roll it back and appreciate that again.
This battle's like poker, the Joker is useless. When he's not in your cards, call me Arkham Asylum, I'm crazy with bars. Jack Nicholson played it just fine, but lately the classics declined. Jared Leto came out trying to look like he was Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Alright, so I feel like this diss has been done in all of these modern versions where it's like, man, Joker, you can't represent based on the fact that Jared Leto Joker exists. I mean, poor Jared Leto Joker gets ripped apart in all of these, but deservedly so. Joker, yeah, his whole legacy got kicked in the teeth with that one. Oof. And Tekashi 6ix9ine, face tatted mumble rapper who's up. He's not a mumble rapper, he's a screamy rapper, but for me, when I was making this, it was just like, it's all those stupid modern rappers I just threw in that basket. Also a total rat and a fake gangster. He did gang stuff and committed crimes, but he's not real because he's a pansy. And he is a pansy snitch. He ain't about that life for real. Anyway.
But lately the classics declined. Jared Leto came out trying to look like he was Tekashi 6ix9ine. So unless you've got a yummy younger brother, I think you'd better run. Cause I've got 99 red balloons, bitch. And I dare you to take one.
Alright, we got a Jay-Z reference. 99 problems that a bitch ain't one, but he's saying 99 red balloons, dare you to take one. He talked about a younger, yummy... A lot of people related this to some, like, German song called 99 Red Balloons. And every time I ask, well, what's that have to do with the bar? They're like, exactly. So a lot of people commented saying, it's about this 99 Red Balloon song, which I think is like a love song or some other... It literally... You could make the connection, and it might have been deliberate, but it has nothing to do with the insult or the diss. The insult or the diss is a rap reference, 99 problems and a bitch ain't one, and he's calling the Joker a bitch, and he carries red balloons. It has nothing to do with the fucking song 99 Red Balloons in the Air. That could be used as another reference, and it might have been somewhat on purpose that they, titled it that because it fits to Pennywise, but that doesn't add or change the insult, so why would I talk about it? Dinguses. Brother, so basically saying that he's not really into the Joker because he's an adult, which is kind of a creepy thing, but I mean, Pennywise usually preys on children, so I guess that makes sense.
Go back in your well, you giggling sewer ginger.
That's still one of the best lines of the whole thing, just giggling sewer ginger, come on. Giggling sewer ginger. Okay. That's an interesting, awesome insult.
You lost to a turtle that wasn't even a ninja.
Okay, I get to have a lot of nerd fun on this. The whole you got beat by a turtle that wasn't even a ninja is because in the actual book version, the kids have an aura that is like the turtle. They allude to this a little in the new It movies by seeing like a turtle swimming with the kids every now and then, just as kind of a wink to the source material. But in the book, it was a big thing. Like, it was an interdimensional entity. It was like a alien super being that lived in Derry, Maine for some reason. And I still don't know how so many people watched through all of this. Like, this is the most nerdy, in-depth nerd talk ever. I don't think I would even get this in depth these days. Of course, this is my most viewed video, so maybe I need to get that in depth again. But I'm just sitting here like, man, this is some nerd talk about it. It's accurate, but damn. The kids were able to have the aura of the turtle that was another interdimensional super being that could fight it. So in the movies, they oversimplify how they beat it to the kids are brave. But the kids' bravery wouldn't mean anything if they weren't so intertwined and had such a good relationship and a bond through the turtle. Because the kids themselves are not who beat it in the book. But trying to put that on the screen is kind of weird, so it's easier to just say the kids are brave and that kills it. But I like that they're making reference to that you got beat by a turtle that wasn't even a Ninja Turtles reference. That was a really cool bar to geek out on. I like those little details. Fun fact, the kids sewer orgy, if you've ever heard of that in the book, the kids sewer orgy that happens when, Beth has a train run on her by the rest of the Losers Club, that happens. Bev, not Beth. I think I correct myself. I don't remember. It's because they're trying to get out of the sewer and the aura of the turtle isn't strong enough. And, running a chain on, did I call her Beth instead of Beverly? Yep. Beverly is the only way. I'm not good with names. Anyway, back to this.
I flew, I go Mark Ham with ill vigor.
Mark Hamill, yay! There we go. We got Mark Hamill going. Mark Hamill. So we have appreciated the great Mark Hamill.
It wasn't even a ninja. When I flew, I go Mark Ham with ill vigor. I steal the show like Bob Kane stole from Bill Finger.
Okay. A lot of people were really mad that I didn't explain that. I just said, okay. A lot of people are like, hey! This chord. A lot of people are like, hey! Are you gonna explain? I'm like, no. You should understand that. If you don't, it's the dude who stole the idea for Batman from the other dude. And stole is a strong word. A lot of stuff when it gets created in its new stages is a lot of spitballing and people taking ideas from other people, and one person sometimes gets more credit than the other and more credit than's deserved or whatever, and that happened in that situation. So there wasn't really that much to explain. The bar explained itself, but apparently for some people that wasn't enough. Alright, let me go back.
I steal the show like Bob Kane stole from Bill Finger. I spit acid, be loud. Every joke of mine stings.
So I'm guessing the spit acid would be more of a reference to the fact that most iterations of the Joker fell in a vat of acid, and that's why his skin is white. It's not actually makeup in most comic book versions. So a lot of people said it's also because his flower can spit acid. Either one works. You get it. Saying he spits the acid. There we go. Woo!
Stole from Bill Finger. I spit acid, be loud. Every joke of mine stings. You're 3 nightlights in a cloud, beat by the kid from Stranger Things.
Alright, so he's making fun of the deathlights being like little nightlights in a little cloud of whatever, beat by the kid from Stranger Things. One of the people in the Losers Club in the new version of it is one of the kids who plays one of the kids of Stranger Things. Oh my goodness, there's so much here! You get it. Alright, time for me to reset my camera because we're running into a half an hour. And we're back with a new, fresh 30 minutes to work with.
When I compare your antics to the fiendish schemes I revel in, they pale like the moonlight you can dance with the devil in.
Now, this is also a reference to poetry and shit like that. I don't think I talk about that. And then there's also the reference to, have you ever danced at the moonlight with the devil, Nicholas Gear, brain! Good old Jack says that in front of the fireplace in the 1980s Batman. There's a lot of stuff about that line I didn't really talk about. I don't remember why. I don't know if I edited it out, if I didn't think about it at the time, or if I just didn't want to talk about it. I don't remember, but I didn't talk about a lot of that bar. At least I think I didn't. The comments would indicate that I didn't. I haven't actually rewatched this reaction pretty much since it came out. Even with all the comments, I kind of just was skimming through comments as they would come. But, let's see if I do explain it. The comments would indicate that I didn't. We're going. One more verse. Let's go, Pennywise. Yeah, I didn't explain any of it. I guess I just decided I didn't want to.
Pennywise likes the devil. We have so much fun together.
I like that start. I like the devil. We have so much fun together, Lou. And man, this voice is still, I love it.
But no one's dying to play with Joker.
Except for maybe Heath Ledger!
Whoa! Epic Lloyd always with zero chill. Forever zero chill with Epic Lloyd. Hold on.
So much fun together.
Is this filming? Yes, it is.
But no one's dying to play with Joker.
Except for maybe Heath Ledger!
Oh, the delivery of that when he went crazy and no one's dying to play the Joker except for Heath Ledger, who died after playing the Joker. I think there was another one I did that I thought maybe there was a Heath Ledger bar, but this one they just went for the jugular. They're like, no, we're not gonna do like a sneak Heath Ledger bar. We're going there because we are going to exemplify something that Pennywise would do, which is mention screwed up stuff and laugh about it.
Fun together, but no one's dying to play with Joker.
Except for maybe Heath Ledger!
You're an embarrassment.
Calls him Puddin' as if he was Harley Quinn.
Beat you like you beat Harley Quinn. That.
And now we mentioned Harley Quinn. He'll beat you like Joker beats Harley Quinn. Domestic abuse stuff. Joker's a very abusive boyfriend, if you didn't know.
Except for maybe Heath Ledger!
You're an embarrassment. I beat you like you beat Harley Quinn. That purple suit is something you should only see Steve Harvey in.
Purple suit. They're doing Steve Harvey dirty. Oh, don't be hating on my man Steve Harvey. I love his suits.
face on your fear. Dairy main attraction every 27 years.
The dairy main attraction. Hey!
But you know what? I have a secret. It's like a very special toy. If you want to kill a Batman, eat him when he's a boy.
You just gotta love this Pennywise portrayal.
Ooh.
You gonna go after baby Bruce Wayne? He's so scooped up.
Don't you lay a finger on my bat, you little freak.
Gotta love the Joker. I probably say this again. Again, I don't remember exactly what I say, so I'm like breaking this down more than I'm breaking down myself, which I should be breaking down my reaction, but instead I'm re-reacting to the epic rap battle, because that's how good this fucking battle was. But I love how defensive the Joker gets for his best friend, Batman. Now Joker's going into the version of Joker that is always like, I love Batman, though. I am enjoying this so much.
Or I will spend a whole week knocking out those prickled teeth. Tell your author for his next gangbang scene, how about a little more PG and a lot less 13?
All right, so we've come full circle. He's mentioning the orgy scene from the book, and he's like, maybe a little more toned down and not as many 13-year-olds having a gangbang would be nice. It would be nice, it would. I can't disagree with that, Joker.
Even I wouldn't stoop to that kind of impropriety. This is Earth, you space demon. We live in a society.
And we got the meme. We live in a society. Joker having a little bit of a, self-ribbon there, I guess.
I've seen your movies, so I know you don't hurry. But I'll shoo you down the drain so fast they'll call you Tim Scurry.
Hey, Tim Curry got a shout out finally, and he said Tim Scurry because like scurrying around, and he was just making fun of how long the It movies are. I like the length of the It movies. I don't think they're that long. I think they're appropriate length for how much I like it long. Stories told, but hey, what do I know? Let's go.
Ask Robin if I drop bars. I take smiles and I leave scars.
Here we go! On this one line. A channel was forever changed. This is the part that any of you who follow my channel have been waiting for. Let's see how I talk about this bar. Ooh! Ask Robin if I drop bars. Because of the time that he beat Robin to death with the bar, I think is what we're talking about. Now, as I explain this, what's interesting is what was going through my head. Before I go into it, before this version of me goes into it, what was going through my head was, is that what happened? Did Joker beat Robin to death with a crowbar? And I think I mentioned specifically Dick Grayson Robin a couple times, and I say, is it the Dick Grayson Robin that got beat to death? But as I was saying that out loud, I wasn't asking, was it Dick Grayson or Jason Todd or another Robin? What I was actually in my mind asking was, did Joker actually beat Robin to death with a crowbar? Am I misremembering the sequence of events? And then I realized, I was like, I'm probably getting this mixed up with something else. So I know how I can boost the algorithm. I'll tell people to comment if I'm wrong or if I'm right. Nerds love to comment. Maybe this video will get some traction. Now, it obviously worked, but I do that in lots of videos where it doesn't work. So I'm not like a YouTube genius in that. It's just a lot of videos I will play to saying something and invite comments, hoping that it boosts the algorithm, and most of the time it doesn't work, but this time it did. But what I wasn't expecting was that all the comments would be correcting me that it was Jason Todd, not Dick Grayson, which is on the coffee mug there, and it's become a channel meme ever since. Because for me, in my head, it didn't matter which Robin it was. What I was trying to figure out is, did the Joker actually beat Robin to death? Because I couldn't remember if I was misremembering that or not. And I was mixing it up in my head with the time in Batman Beyond when the Joker blew Robin up or shot Robin or Robin shot the Joker or blew the Joker up or whatever. That made for TV movie that has the edited version and the non-edited version. I wasn't sure if I was mixing up what he was saying with that Batman Beyond line, and I was sure he wasn't referencing that interaction. But anyway, it went down into legend because for some reason I mentioned Dick Grayson's name 5 times, even though in my head, which Robin it was had nothing to do with the reason I was telling people to comment. But let's listen. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. Oof, Dick Grayson. I think that's the Dick Grayson Robin who Joker beats to death. Nerds, assemble and correct me if I'm wrong, or assemble and comment how right I am. The reason I even say the Dick Grayson Robin, again, is because I was wondering, am I thinking of Batman Beyond? Am I thinking of that made-for-TV movie? Or did this never happen and he's talking about something completely different? Is he talking about a time that he beat up, but I said Dick Grayson. It was Jason Todd, and it has lived in infamy forever. And actually, as recent as last week, this reaction video got a comment telling me, unironically, that it was actually Jason Todd. Nerds are very reliable to correct you if you tell them to correct you, and that has kept this video very favorable in the algorithm. So hopefully one day I will be very wrong on a nerd fact again and invite people to correct me if I'm wrong, and it will boost another video up. But this was lightning in a bottle for saying Dick Grayson's name. Had I not said Dick Grayson's name, for really no reason other than I was trying to see if it was the Batman Beyond Robin or not, if I had not done that, we might not be here today. This channel might never have grown. So good job, past Skeem, for getting the name wrong and emphasizing the name for no rational reason. On that, I think that Dick Grayson's the one that Joker beats to death with a bar, or crowbar or something. Again, I say Dick Grayson again, which was so funny because it seems so deliberate that I'm asking, is it the Dick Grayson Robin? But in my brain, my dumb little brain, I was thinking, was it like an actual Robin? Or was it from the Batman Beyond series? That's what my head was thinking, but I never verbalized it.
I'll call you Tim Scurry. Ask Robin if I drop bars. I take smiles and I leave scars. Cards at Arkham will admit that the Joker just killed it.
A lot of people got mad that I didn't point out the Killing Joke imagery there, because that's the cover of the Killing Joke, the infamous Joker taking a picture of Barbara. Sorry, it was hard to see in that mask. Oh yeah, and then I edited that I picked up on Bill Skarsgård line after watching the video, which was really clever. There was no way I was going to pick that up on a first watch, but I did notice it. I did notice while editing. That's solid. This is ridiculous. Solid ending. For that verse, let's see what Pennywise says.
Arkham, ha! You stole that from H.P. Lovecraft.
All right. H.P. Lovecraft made the, wait, do I explain this? Talking about, who stole whose literature. Yeah, I kind of mentioned it. Arkham Asylum is from something written by H.P. Lovecraft, essentially, ripped right out of it.
Joker just killed it!
Arkham, ha! You stole that from H.P. Lovecraft. Who needs cards when you couldn't even escape Cesar Romero's mustache?
Cesar Romero! Oh my goodness, I'm so geeking out on this right now. So Cesar Romero played the Joker way back in the Adam West Joker days. So we're going way back to the 60s probably. And Cesar Romero, he did a lot of other stuff at the time besides playing the Joker. He enjoyed playing the Joker, but he would not shave his mustache to play the Joker. So they literally just put white makeup over it, and especially if you see new versions, or not new versions, but if you see restored versions of the old Adam West Batman, you could see the mustache. So it's Pennywise is here saying, you can't even get rid of Cesar Romero's mustache. What threat are you? Yeah, it's always fun to watch. If you watch the original versions, you couldn't see the mustache, though. That's why they did it. It was so blurry and stuff, you couldn't tell.
Jester, I'm on dresser, about to make you my Fortunato, and seal this battle up like it was the cask of a Montanado.
Holy crap. That was a lot of layers, guys. Notice the cut here. Watch.
A Montanado.
Holy crap. That was if you notice, there's a little cut there. I spent 2 or 3 minutes explaining this cask of Amontillado fucking bar. And after I was watching it, I was like, nobody's gonna care about this. This is way too weird. So I just cut my whole explanation out. And in fact, there were very few comments complaining about me not explaining this. So I think I was right on that. It's just such an obscure reference. And I wasn't even super confident in my explanation of it. I tried to tie some pieces together, but I was just that's kind of murky. So I just cut it. I'm not even going to explain it here either. Just look it up for yourself. But it is a very dark bar, I would say. It's pretty twisted, and it's why I'll explain something else at the very, very end of this video. Something. A lot of layers, guys. Whew!
flames. You got beat by the
I spit January Ember Flames, the freaking poem that is written to them. January Ember Flames.
This is when the true Skeem started coming out, because I was just like, holy shit, this battle.
How are there so many subtle reference bars right now?
Liquor with the cask of a Montanado. With January Ember Flames. You got beat by the Scooby Gang.
Now we're talking about crossovers and the old Scooby-Doo, when Scooby-Doo was crossovered with every celebrity. Sometimes Scooby-Doo paired up with Batman, and even they beat the Joker. Holy cow, the references! Whew.
Ask of a Montanado. With January Ember Flames. You got beat by the Scooby Gang. The John Wayne Gacy's the underground clown posse where flows insane.
Underground Clown Posse, so insane Clown Posse reference to back up his bars. Wayne Gacy, the serial killing clown references. John Wayne was like the epic Western guy mixed with John Wayne Gacy. Like, oh my goodness, there's so much here.
Fun fact, I believe John Wayne Gacy was actually named after John Wayne because his dad wanted him to be like an all-American boy, and he was actually like a prissy man. So he had a really abusive relationship with his dad because of it, which probably helped leading him to be a serial-killing clown politician.
Poster boy for missing person posters. Joker's gonna flirt with me. Cause he just messed with the best walleye rappers. It's a notorious B.I.G.
What?
John Wayne Gacy's the underground clown posse where flows insane. Poster boy for missing person posters. Joker's gonna flirt with me. Cause he just messed with the best walleye rappers. It's a notorious B.I.G.
Now, people got mad I didn't explain that bar as well. I didn't think that needed explaining. Wall-eyed rapper, you know, like reverse cross-eyed, and the notorious B.I.G., that's how his eyes were. And Pennywise does that weird eye thing sometimes when he's about to kill people. So I thought that was more obvious than it was, but a lot of comments indicated that I really should have explained that one. So there you go. Now it's been explained. So I said earlier I cut out a lot of stuff, and here is where that really comes into play. Watch this outro. There's also a little clip there that showed Thanos and Oppenheimer, which everyone was like, you didn't see it. Like, of course I didn't see it. It's one frame and I can hardly see in the mask. Okay, first of all, I need to apologize. I don't think I've ever paused a video I've reacted to that many times. Stop apologizing for pausing. These were your early days and rookie numbers. You're gonna pause way more times than this in your future young Skeem ever. That was just so, like, there wasn't a single bar that I didn't want to comment on. There's plenty of times that I've seen videos with bar after bar after bar after bar, but I didn't really want to comment on all of them because a lot of them was like, eh. This had like only 2 or 3 bars that I didn't want to like talk about because of how good they were. Like, holy crap. Who won? I don't know. Like, I feel like no matter what, whoever I choose to have won, I'm gonna be wrong, and someone's gonna tell me why I'm wrong, and I might agree with them. Oh, man. I mean, this cut. I cut out like 5 minutes there of talking. And what I was talking about there was that in the last like 2 or 3 Pennywise versus Joker videos, I had declared Pennywise the winner. And I didn't want to do that again because I was like, am I just super biased to Pennywise or what's going on? And I eventually decided that Pennywise won. And it was mostly because of the dark nature of his bars. He was more ruthless, right? He had the Heath Ledger line. He had the cask. I can never pronounce that shit, but he had that line. He ended on the notorious B.I.G. line, which was a double for him about to kill everything. And I talked about all of the ways that it was just so much more ruthless. And then I realized something. Nobody's gonna understand or care about most of Pennywise's bars, but everyone loves the Joker. And I've sided with Pennywise in all the past battles. I can't do it again. So your boy Skeem sold out for the clicks and the likes and changed his mind in post-production, and I'll show you that in a minute.
This seals it. Don't ask me to react to any more Joker versus Pennywise because it's just gonna look like a giant turd sandwich compared to this. Like,
Facts.
I promise you that. The last two I've given to Pennywise over the Joker, and I was thinking I was gonna give this one to Pennywise again, and then I was like, I don't want to give it to Pennywise all three
So I did explain that a little bit here.
times, but that last verse by Pennywise, and I love the sound of him, but then that first verse by Joker.
There's the crack in my mask. So I did leave some of this contemplating in there. Apparently, I didn't realize I did.
Oh, I don't know, guys. No. I'm sorry, I'm doing it.
And at that point, I'm doing it. I said Pennywise.
I'm like 50-50. I'm just choosing one because people would demand that I choose one. I just enjoyed the ride. So.
So dramatic. There you go. The troll.
Until next time.
So I edited out where I said Pennywise and replaced it with that. And said it's all of us, the viewers.
Jeez, I scheme, you scheme, we all scheme for ice cream. Bye! Crap.
Can't do me like that, ERB. I wasn't ready. And then I put Joker 1 as a little haha to anyone that watched the end. But 1 year later, we have to fix what was broken. And now that we're a big boy, no longer apologetic for just follow all the no longer apologetic for pausing, no longer caring what you dinguses think. We will say the truth. Pennywise won. The only reason everyone thinks Joker won is because they're small brains that don't understand all the references, and I'm no longer afraid to fucking say that. So Pennywise won. This ending, this little Joker one, it's a lie. It was just to make the crowds happy. It worked! The video was very popular. But now the truth has been revealed. Anyway, that was a very long video. I'm not going to edit this. It would take too much time. So enjoy my unfiltered thoughts throughout this video. I'm going to give it an intro editing and an outro editing and sync up the audio, and that's it. The rest of it, free thoughts. No more cuts. No more hiding the truth behind this battle. We need to get to 60,000 subscribers, or Epic Rap Battles are not going to release their next Epic Rap Battle. The threat is issued. Get to it and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I scheme, you scheme, we all scheme for ice cream. Bye!